Have you ever found yourself hesitating before getting up from a chair, feeling unsure about your balance? Or maybe you've noticed that things you used to do without a second thought, like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even driving, now seem just a little bit harder. It's a feeling no one likes to admit, but if you've ever wondered, am I losing my independence? You are not alone. Losing independence isn't something that happens overnight. It happens in small moments. When you start asking for help with things you used to handle yourself, when you avoid certain activities because they feel like too much, or when the people around you start making decisions for you rather than with you. But here's what most people don't realize. Your independence is not just about your body, it's about your mindset, your choices, and the small daily habits that either keep you strong or slowly take away your freedom. So, if you've been feeling like you're losing control, like the world is getting smaller and your options are shrinking, I want you to know something. You can take your independence back. And it's not about trying to be 30 again or pretending you don't need help. It's about staying in charge of your life for as long as possible. In this video, I'll share the key steps to maintaining your independence after 60, no matter what challenges you're facing. These are simple, practical things you can start doing today to stay strong, confident, and in control of your own life. And the first step, it starts with your strength. Have you ever noticed how much harder it is to get up from a low chair than it used to be? Or how carrying a heavy bag of groceries feels more exhausting than it once did? That's not just getting older, that's muscle loss, and it's the number one thing that threatens independence. See, after 40, most people start losing muscle mass every year. By 60, that loss speeds up. By 70, if you're not actively working to maintain your strength, you could be losing up to 15% of your muscle each decade. And that's why, when you see someone who used to be active but now struggles to get out of a chair, it's not because they just got old, it's because they stopped challenging their muscles. The good news? You can stop and even reverse this process, no matter your age. You don't need to lift heavy weights or spend hours in a gym. In fact, one of the best ways to rebuild your strength takes less than a minute a day. Try this. The next time you sit down, don't use your hands to push yourself up. Instead, plant your feet, engage your legs, and stand up using only your leg muscles. Do this 5 times in a row, once or twice a day. It might feel challenging at first, but that's the point. That challenge is what tells your muscles, we still need you. And if that feels easy, great. Try slowing it down. Count to 3 on the way down, then stand back up without using your hands. This one small movement strengthens your legs, improves your balance, and most importantly, keeps you independent. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop trusting your legs, you start sitting more. And the more you sit, the weaker you become. That's how the cycle begins. But today, you can break it. Now, strength is the foundation, but there's something else that can quietly steal your independence. And most people don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. Have you ever been walking through your home and suddenly felt a little off balance? Maybe just for a second? Or perhaps you caught yourself reaching for a wall or furniture, just in case? It happens so quickly that most people brush it off. But here's the truth. Losing your balance is one of the biggest warning signs that independence could be slipping away. It's easy to ignore it at first. A little unsteadiness here, a moment of dizziness there. But when balance starts to decline, the risk of falling skyrockets. And here's the scary part. A single fall after 60 can change everything. It's not just about a bruise or a broken bone, it's about what happens after. A lot of seniors who fall become afraid to move the way they used to. They start avoiding stairs, skipping social outings, and even limiting their time outside because they don't want to risk another fall. And that's how independence starts shrinking. Not all at once, but little by little. But the good news? You can improve your balance at any age. You don't need special equipment or intense workouts. You just need to wake up the muscles and reflexes that keep you steady. Try this simple test. Stand near a counter or a sturdy chair and lift one foot off the ground. How long can you hold it? If it's less than 10 seconds, your balance might need some work. And that's okay, because you can improve it in just a few minutes a day. Here's a great place to start. When you're brushing your teeth or standing at the sink, balance on one foot for 10 to 15 seconds, then switch. If that's too easy, try doing it with your eyes closed. It sounds simple, but these little challenges train your body to react quickly, making falls far less likely. And if you want even better results, move more throughout the day. Many seniors spend too much time sitting, watching TV, reading, or just resting. And while there's nothing wrong with relaxing, too much sitting actually weakens the small muscles that keep you balanced. So here's a habit that could save your independence. Every 30 minutes, stand up and move, even if it's just for a minute. Walk around, stretch, or do a quick lap around your home. The more you move, the stronger your balance becomes. Now, balance and strength are two of the biggest physical factors that determine how independent you stay. But there's something else, a hidden danger that can take away your ability to make decisions, manage daily life, and even recognize the people around you. It's not your body, it's your brain. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to recall a word that was just on the tip of your tongue? Maybe you've had days where your thoughts feel a little slower, like you're trying to remember something, but it's just out of reach. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people think memory problems and slower thinking are just part of aging, but that's not true. Your brain has the ability to stay sharp, focused, and strong for life. The problem is, most people don't realize how much daily habits either strengthen or weaken the brain. And when the brain weakens, independence starts slipping away. It starts small. Maybe you forget where you put your keys more often, or you have to write things down because you don't trust your memory. But if it keeps happening, it can turn into something bigger, like struggling to manage bills, appointments, or even feeling unsure in familiar places. And when that happens, family members step in, decisions get made for you, and suddenly you're no longer in control of your own life. But here's the truth. You can protect your brain, and it's easier than you think. One of the most powerful ways to keep your brain sharp is learning new things. Your brain loves a challenge. The more you make it work, the stronger it stays. If your daily routine looks the same every day, watching the same shows, eating the same meals, doing the same activities, your brain isn't being challenged. And when it's not challenged, it weakens. Try this. Learn one new thing every day. It could be as simple as memorizing a new word, reading about a topic you've never explored, or even using your non-dominant hand to do something simple like brushing your teeth. The key is breaking the routine and forcing your brain to think in new ways. And here's something even more powerful: social interaction. Have you ever noticed that after spending time with friends or having a deep conversation, your mind feels sharper? That's because talking, listening, and responding activates multiple parts of the brain at once. It's like a workout for your mind. But here's the problem. Many seniors become less social over time. Family moves away, social circles shrink, and without realizing it, people start spending more and more time alone. And loneliness? It's as bad for your brain as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. If you want to stay independent, stay connected. Call a friend, join a group, volunteer, or even just chat with the cashier at the grocery store. It doesn't matter how, it only matters that you're engaging your mind through conversation. Now your body is strong, your balance is improving, and your brain is staying sharp. But there's still one more major thing that can quietly take away your independence, and it has nothing to do with your muscles or your memory. Have you ever felt like your world is getting smaller? Maybe you used to go out all the time, running errands, visiting friends, traveling, but now you find yourself saying no more often. Maybe it's because of your energy levels. Maybe it's because things feel overwhelming, or maybe, without even realizing it, you've started playing it safe. And that's the final, most overlooked thing that steals independence. Fear. Not the kind of fear that comes from a scary movie or a dangerous situation. This is a quiet, creeping fear. The kind that makes you hesitate before going out alone. The kind that makes you second guess whether you should try something new. The kind that convinces you it's easier to stay home than to push yourself a little. At first, it's small. You skip an event because you don't feel like dealing with the hassle. You avoid a walk because the sidewalk looks uneven. You stop driving at night because it's easier to just stay in. But little by little, those choices add up, and before you know it, your world has shrunk. Here's the truth. The more you avoid doing something, the harder it becomes to do it. The less you go out, the less confident you feel when you do. The less you challenge yourself, the more anxious you feel when facing something unfamiliar. But here's the good news. You can break this cycle, starting right now. Think about one thing you've been avoiding. Maybe it's driving on the freeway. Maybe it's going to the store alone. Maybe it's trying a new activity because you're worried you won't be good at it. Whatever it is, decide today that you're going to do it. And if it feels overwhelming, take one small step. If driving at night feels too hard, start by taking a short drive before sunset. If going to the store alone makes you nervous, start by going inside for just one thing. If socializing has been difficult, start with a simple phone call. Every time you push past that hesitation, even just a little, you're taking back control of your life. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And if you're thinking, but what if something happens? What if I fall? What if I forget something? What if I get tired? Ask yourself this: what if I don't try? What if I let fear shrink my world? What if I miss out on years of living because I was too afraid to take a step? You've spent a lifetime making decisions, taking care of others, and handling challenges. That strength didn't disappear, it's still in you. You just have to trust yourself again. So, let's put it all together. You're working on your strength so you can keep moving without hesitation. You're improving your balance so you stay steady and confident on your feet. You're protecting your brain so you stay sharp, engaged, and in control of your own decisions. And now you're taking back your confidence so you don't let fear or hesitation steal your independence. Because independence isn't just about whether you can do things alone. It's about whether you feel strong, capable, and in control of your own life. So here's my challenge for you. Do one thing today that pushes you forward. It doesn't have to be big, just something that reminds you that you're still in charge. And if this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What's one step you're going to take today to stay independent? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tips on staying strong, sharp, and in control. Because you deserve to live life on your terms, at any age. Here's to your independence, your confidence, and your future.